Our talk show today revolves around strings in action, which has been around to teach children, especially orphans, how to play string instruments. So we're going to find out more about this by chatting with their founder, Gonzalo Simo. Good morning, Massimo.
Hi, good morning.
Thank you for joining us here on the program today. Massimo, we want to ask you about strings in action. Now, I've done a little bit of research, and correct me if I'm wrong, but it's been around since 2015. Can you tell us a little bit more about it?
Sure. Yeah, Strings in Action started as a service club of the International School.
Yes.
And the goal of this club is to offer children in need the opportunity to learn music, in this case through instruments, violin, viola, cello, bass. And the project was very successful, and after that we decided to create a foundation, and yeah, that's how.
I was just talking to Karina before we went on air. I was telling her that in grade 9, back in the day, I've learned violin for about a year and a half. It wasn't the easiest instrument to learn. Why choose string instruments of all the instruments?
Well, I am a strings teacher. This is what I do.
Okay.
I know a little bit, and therefore is what I could share with others.
Is it challenging, though, to teach children, especially those of the younger age, to play instruments such as the violin or the cello?
Yeah, it's always challenging. This is a part of the job.
Yeah.
Right. To make it interesting for them. But it's for children. They get more motivation when they learn in a group, orchestra, than when they learn by themselves. So it's complicated. You don't. When you are one by one with the teacher, you get less motivation. When there is a group, you can share music with others, and it's more fulfilling.
That's true, because I always found when I learned, it was always in the class, and it was always great. It would sound great when we were all playing it properly, of course, but again,
you had the support of each other.
Yeah,
to
you
sort
get
of
to
like
get
learn
together in your class
right?
together, and it's more of a group thing. Yeah,
absolutely. And now, Massimo, what inspired you to sort of decide to gather these disadvantaged children to start this?
Well, I believe that underserved communities are the communities that need the most. So the project has more impact on the type of communities than others. And in addition to this, these communities really appreciate the opportunity because it is something that they could never imagine. And so the main question is why there is people in need in the world.
Yes.
I think there is people in need because we have failed as a society, as humans. And so I believe that it's our responsibility to take care of others who are in need, or at least share what we know with others who can have the same opportunities.
Right.
So, and it happened here in Indonesia because it's here where I've been living for the last 9 years. So I feel very, very lucky for being part of a project like this. It's been very fulfilling, and I have grown so much as a person.
And it's much needed here. You know what I've noticed here? I noticed there's so many orphanages. There's so many orphans in this country as well. And many of them are so happy when people reach out to help them, whether it's to teach them music lessons or to bring them food, or there's day outs as well. How widespread, because you've done this for several years now, how many orphanages or orphans have you reached over the last several years?
Two. So we have reached 2 orphanages.
Okay.
One is, both are in Jakarta. One is in Cipayung. It's called Pantiasuhan Taruna. And the other one is in Pamulang. It's called Abigail. And we have created 3 orchestras in both orphanages.
Wow.
We are planning to expand to another orphanage, also in Pamulang. It's called Pintuelo. And in addition to that, we have a partnership with Amadeus Music School which is located in Gandaria, and we have 6 children from the orphanages attending music lessons to Amadeus Music School.
That's
On a
great.
scholarship.
That's amazing. Right.
Yeah.
And Massimo, how do you think the participants are responding to this so far?
There are different. It's like my students, no? There are some kids very involved,
Yeah.
and others that they take this more as a hobby or some kind of activity, no? So that's why there are kids who really like music. They want to do the studies in the future, and so that's why we provide or offer them the opportunity of going to Amadeus or other places they can study more professionally. But the goal is not to make professionals, no. It's just to have to offer these kids the opportunity of learning music. Because, like you said before, education is one of the most important investments for giving children opportunities for the future. And as part of education, music has a relevant place as fosters values such as respect, teamwork,
Yes.
cognitive capacities, social skills, and so on. No? This is the main target, no? Giving those kids the opportunity to learn music.
Yeah, and giving them opportunities that they otherwise would never even have.
Absolutely.
By the way, while we're chatting with you, we're looking at some of the images and videos. You have had so many experiences apart from teaching in classes. You guys have had performances as well. You must have had a lot of memorable moments. Which could you select 1 or 2 moments that perhaps were the most rewarding for you?
For fact, one of the most fulfilling moments was when we did a charity concert at the school, and at that time there was on the stage we had the whole orchestra from the Pantiasuhan, plus some of the members, the school members, the students from Students in Action, and also we had the Untuk group choir from Pantiasuhan. It was a big ensemble, and we were mixing everything. It was a blend of Untuk instruments with classical music, classical instruments, and then we were doing performing Indonesian music and also Western music. So it was a big mix of everything. It was an unforgettable moment.
Right.
How big was this ensemble, by the way? I can just imagine.
We had maybe like 50 kids.
Wow.
50 kids.
Oh, getting them all together, that is
a
great.
little concert itself. Now, Massimo, I mean, you've experienced so much with these children and you've achieved so much. You've had numerous rewarding and memorable moments. But what are your target, would you say, for Strings in Action in the foreseeable future?
Well, my goals and the goals for Strings in Action are, I think, are the same. The goal is to give underprivileged children the opportunity to learn music, and this is actually not my own idea. This type of project is modeled from El Sistema in Venezuela, and there are other places in the world currently doing something similar. So the project is well set up in Jakarta, and these two orphanages that I mentioned before, and we have 2 teachers that are working there, and also web designer and accounting. And now we would like to expand to other sites, other centers in other cities. So in order to do that, we need some financial support, and hopefully we can get more sponsors and expand. And I'm also hoping the kids that maybe 1 or 2 of them can access to music university, maybe in Pupeha, or we are working on that. And hopefully they can continue this project in Indonesia. But basically the main goal is we want to create a better world by sharing music. Music is our hope for creating a better world. Music for us represents joy, peace, hope, integration.
Yes.
And I think our social problems always stem from a sense of exclusion. And so we fight to bring as many people as we can into our wonderful world of music, of the orchestra. It's like a social transformation to music.
Yes.
Because music is the beauty of life, and the orchestra is a unique instrument for socializing children, especially children from the countries who they have the feeling, some of them, they don't belong anywhere.
Right.
So give them discipline, give them passion, give them the sense of belonging. And the orchestra becomes a community, and that cooperates with solidarity, and it becomes a school.
Yeah.
And so, like I said before, it's a social transformation to music.
Yes.
And so this project gives equity, diversity, social justice, breaks the cycle of dysfunction, and also brings to my students, the schools and youth, the awareness of the world situation.
Yeah, especially what we've experienced in the pandemic over the last couple of years, we can see that music is a universal language that generally brings people together no matter who you are or where you're from. In fact, a friend of mine once told me when I was going through some tough times, he said years ago, he said, you know, music saved my life. One day I hope it can save yours.
Right.
And in many ways it actually has. And in your case, Massimo, it literally has. So please do continue doing what you do. We do fully support you. If you guys want to know more, you can check out www.stringsinAction.com. There's also Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. The Instagram is @StringsInAction. Massimo, thank you so much for joining us here this morning. And good luck to you in your endeavors and Strings in Action, of course.
Thank you, Massimo.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Have an awesome weekend. Beautiful weather out there in Bali, by the way.
Beautiful.
Yeah.